Hey, what's up? What's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And we are in the daytime, and I am out covering a court case right now, but we're on break, and why not utilize my time and work in the meantime? Okay, period. Get the bag, walk in the bag, walk in the bag. Okay, so I want to do a video and talk about this Meg Thee Stallion, Pardi Fontaine diss track situation that a lot of people felt some type of way about. Now, apparently, if you're a man, you can't defend yourself these days. And I am like, we are definitely in spooky times where the accountability of women is at the number 0. I mean, come on, ladies. We have to get to a point to where we got to stop at some point thinking that we can do, but a man can't say anything because there has been men who has done us wrong, and you feel like, you know, men shouldn't have a voice. And I just think that's totally ridiculous. I think that everybody has a right to tell their story. That's just what I feel, period. And I feel like Meg Thee Stallion has a right to tell her story, and anybody that she names in said story, I feel like they have a right to respond. Now, Meg Thee Stallion dropped her song Cobra, and it was basically a rebirth of her into the world and her shedding her skin. And in there, she talked about how she was depressed. She talked about like things that she has been going through and how she was coping with, you know, day-to-day life, not having parents, all these X, Y, and Z, and how she was really at a low point during this time that she was going through the Tory Lanez, obviously, situation, and how she was with Pardi Fontaine and how he cheated on her. Now, a lot of people were like, well, she didn't say no names. We know who she's talking about. We're not going to act dense. We're not going to act slow. We know what was alluded. Now, there was a lot of people who said, well, it was only one line. She only said one line in the song. That didn't warrant him to make a whole record. And I think that although it was one line, that one line implied a lot. And for him, it had a lot of people come into him, the currently girl that he's dating, and I feel like he has a right to respond to that. So in the line that she wrote, she basically said that she was at the lowest point of her life. She was very depressed, and throughout this depression, in comes this dude that she's dealing with having the audacity to get his wanky whacked off in the same bed that they're screwing in. And to me, even though that's one line, that paints a big picture in that one line. It's like, damn, you got a girlfriend, she depressed, she going through things, and you're gonna add insult to injury on that wound, and on top of that, you're gonna also cheat on her. And not only did you cheat on her, but you cheated on her in the bed that y'all sleep in. I mean, y'all try to minimize that line all you want to, but that line said a lot. Like, that line implied a lot. All right, so actually it's more than one line if you really get to the nitty and gritty of the lyrics. So she says, man, I miss my parents, way too anxious, always cancel my plans. And then she jumps into Pardi. So she says, pulled up, caught him cheating, getting his wanker whacked or wanker sucked in the same spot I'm sleeping. Lord, give me a break. I don't know how much more of this ish I can take. And then she goes back into going after him again in this line where it says, how long you been worried about telling me people that's not me? Honestly, it kind of feel like you plotting, watching. Why is you speaking on me at my lowest when you acted like you ain't noticed? I was tripping, going crazy, and they low-key hating, so they ain't gonna say ish. Damn, I finally see it. I'm killing myself when bees would die to be me. So if you really dissect those lines, it's way more than just one line. And she accused him of not caring for her. She accused him of plotting on her and basically stabbing her in the back. So there was a lot implied here. If you really deep dive, look at the lyrics. So therefore, he decided to respond and give his version of events, where in his version of the events, he like, listen, all of that is cool and all, but you need to stop playing victim. You need to take some accountability, and you need to address how we got there. Like, don't just end at, you know, the bedroom situation. There was a lot that happened in those 2 years, and baby girl, you was doing some shady stuff, okay? And even possibly cheating as well. So don't do me, okay? And that's pretty much what it gave. And I thought that his response was cool. Like, she gave a response. I like her song Cobra. She also had a lot of people who they were very critical of her, like, oh, like they didn't really like the song Cobra. I actually liked the song Cobra. Like, it was a very good song. I didn't like bongos, but I thought that her expressing herself in that way, shedding her skin, the visuals were really good. I thought that it was a good song. Now, I'm not a fan of a lot of her music. Like, it's a hit and miss for me. Like, some stuff I'm like, okay, cool. Some stuff I don't like, but I liked Cobra, and I thought it was very expressive, and I thought it was dope. So when it came to Partisan Fontaine, a lot of people were like, oh, this song is corny. It's not a bop. I don't think it was meant to be like a club banger. Obviously, it wasn't meant to be catchy or lyrical. It just was him putting his feelings on wax. And I'm going to read to you guys what the lyrics of the song said, and then I'll be back. So in the lyrics of his song, he says, after watching people drag your name and talk about you in unfavorable ways in order to get attention, clicks, I never thought you would do something like that to me. Oh, I'd like to apologize for no longer keeping up with your lies or supporting your habits to half-truths. I hope this message reaches you well. I hope you get the help that you need. It says, look, you talk ish about Kellen, ish about Jayla and Darren. You talk ish about everybody except for the person in the mirror that's staring. You talk ish like you a Keisha and then cry like a Karen. F awards that you won, money that you got, clothes that you wearing. A whole lot happened in these last 2 years, but this is the part you sharing. I just wish you tell the whole truth when you was going through ish, how I hold you. It's gonna be okay. That's what I told you. I was the realest in you was close to, and that's for real. The people that know you don't love you. The people that love you don't know you. I loved you out loud. I was vocal. I said you never seen that up close. I said, come here, baby. Let me show you. Sit down for a second, girl. I need you to hear this. Be for real. You ain't even realistic. Got lipo, then you started posting gym pics. The things that you are doing is sadistic. Spent 4 hours doing glam, not a blemish, but your foundation is off. You need to fix it. Clean up your spirit and not just your image. I thought that's what you was doing with your downtime. When the snake shed its skin, it only changed from the outside. You got emotional hurdles, man. The work you need is internal. When love goes bad, can't believe it. Archive pics, cause you can't delete it. Damn, see me with Jada Kingdom, and then you went Jada Pinkett. Saw you pop out, wish you the best. You see me pop out, start gripping your chest. Damn, thought you was on an island healing. I guess the newer album needed a villain. Brand new way for you to be a victim, and you did all this on my daughter's birthday? Oh girl, you consistent. Ish, I gotta love you from a distance. Same end that you did all the tags for the beats. You let that end tag, let him beat. You let me give him dap when we meet. Even that I kept discreet. I asked you to your face, did you F these ends? And you swore on your mother, I knew from then. I couldn't trust her, more lies from the lips of a lover. Same lips that I got tatted on my shoulder. Even then, I kept my composure. I was supposed to diss the girl that I'm trying to propose to. Asked Greg Una, I had picked out a ring. Then you lied to my face, went on TV, and then lied to Gayle King. I found out with the rest of the world, girl, I treated you like a queen. Whole time, I'm a clown in your circus. I tried to pull you up out the mud. Here you are trying to drown me on purpose. You know the devil was a serpent. For some streams and views, I hope it was worth it. This ain't for Megan Thee Stallion. This is for Megan the person. Okay, so as you see that, there was a lot that happened. And I know that women want to think that, you know, women could do whatever you want, but there are things that are okay and not okay in a relationship. And I think a lot of the people who feel like he has no voice or he has no right to feel some type of way, put yourself in that shoes. Like, imagine you dating somebody, you got their back, you going up for bat with them on social media, and then this person has you in females' faces that he's hunching, and you dapping him up, like, you'll feel some type of way about that. So he went over a lot of things in those lyrics. He talked about how she was trying to act like she got her body in the gym. Like, girl, that didn't happen. He talked about how he felt betrayed because he asked her, did she hunch on Tory? She went and lied about it on Gayle King, and then he found out with us that all of that was a lie. He talked about how he still held her down. He talked about how her producer, I believe the producer is Juju on a Beat, how she be online talking about how, you know, that's my bro, whatever. I think they both from Houston or whatever. But he talks about how he asked her specifically if they hunched. She said no. Come to find out, they had been hunching the whole time, and she got him smiling in her face. He talked about how, like, she was moving shady, left out, you know, and he kind of alluded that she possibly was cheating as well. He talked about how he just felt played in a situation to where, like, I'm trying to wife you, I'm trying to marry you, I'm trying to put a ring on it, and here you are lying to me, deceiving me, having me in people's faces, you moving funny, you moving shady, and then to add insult to injury, you tried to slander my name on my daughter's birthday. Now, when he talks about how she's consistent, now if you guys remember, when she clapped back at Tory, it was on Tory's mother's birthday. So he's kind of saying, like, oh, so you strategic in these little attacks that you do. Not only did you try to drop this on my daughter's birthday, but, like, why you try to flip the narrative and try to make me the bad guy when you see me pop out with a female and I happily let you move on? Like, you out all over town with the soccer player. I ain't said a word about it. You know, I'm wishing you well. Like, cool, you move on, I move on. But then the moment you see me move on, now you try to slander my name and try to put dirt on my name and things like that. So I feel like his comeback was raw, real. I feel like I like the fact that he didn't go to the blogs and, you know, make it a spectacle. He just said what he had to do because he's a rapper, and he put it on wax just like she put it on wax. And I feel like that's what rap is supposed to be. All of these people saying that it's corny for a man to express himself, it's like, who raised y'all that y'all think that women can do anything with no repercussions and men have no voice or a response to the fuckery that be going on? Like, I just can't. I don't know who raised y'all, but that's my thoughts on it. I think that it was well done songs on both sides. I think that there is a pattern with Meg Thee Stallion painting herself as a victim. Now, we all know she is, in fact, a victim of being shot by Tory Lanez, okay? I went to the court case, I sat in a court trial, and I believe that she is a victim of that situation. However, that does not make her a victim in every situation thereon. And I think that she does have some accountability because every single person is not lying on her about her character. Everybody has these same stories. And I know that it's easy for people to hear a story, mimic a story, and like copy. So I'm not going to act like it doesn't exist, that people could be making up stuff on you. But I just don't think that these people, as they describe Meg Thee Stallion and her character, I don't think they're lying about that, because we've even seen Meg lie about things that she's clearly lying about. And it's just like, why not just say no comment? Like, so I believe him when he says she lied, because we've seen her lie about silly stuff. Like, if Gayle King asked me, did I sleep with Tory, and I don't want to answer, I would have tell King, wait till you see the details in court. Because in court, she eventually said it in court. So it's like, wait till you see the details in court. Like, I'm not going over that right now, you know, versus just flat out lying, because that goes to character, and her character, it needs to brush up a little bit. You can like her music, you can like her twerking, but at the end of the day, is she really a good person? Like, you see the allegations of her going behind Kelsey's back and all in Kelsey's face, and how everything unfolded that led to the shooting that she's a victim of. She just doesn't have really good integrity as far as the things that have come out. And it is what it is. If she, you know, she's still able to make her money, make her millions. And I think that's another thing that people think, that as long as you got the Grammys, you got the awards, like everybody's mad or jealous of you because of that. It's like, no, sometimes you're just not a good person. regardless of what you have, you know? So that's my thoughts on that. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.